It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody.
Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on another team from the AFC, the Denver Broncos. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs of breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018.
You can't help but continue to marvel at how well this man's career has gone so far. Now in his 5th season as KC starter, he's never missed a conference title game, and he's taking the field in his 3rd Super Bowl. Simply dominant, it's easy to envision him being one of the top quarterbacks for many years to come.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarter.
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. In any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. And he's off to a very poor start. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. We'll try and see if he can complete a few to the good guys here as he starts 1st and 10.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On 1st down, Wilson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Rolling to his right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete.
And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
To throw is Wilson.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
2nd down and 5.
First carry now. This is Williams. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, 44 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. KC's offense ready to take over. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep down the field. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Randy Gregory just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. On 2nd and a long way to go. Mahomes. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 7.
And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter.
Now McManus on to kick this one off.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? crack a joke? All right, guys. Had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
At their appearance, defense.
So call off the pick six.
It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Mahomes going to throw. And this was caught by Travis Kelce. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And which happened?
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
DJ Jones.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quran Williams. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense set to go. As his offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure, back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of a quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll set up a throw. Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. Here we go. 4th down, Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Hamler. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. K.J. Hamler with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Broncos are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Now they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His second touchdown of the Super Bowl.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Extra point by Booker is on target.
And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So it's halftime.
One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. Continue that type of a game plan, but you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on, so plenty can still happen.
A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
The first and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Give him 9 on the play, and 3rd and 8 now.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh.
Touchdown, Broncos! Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
McManus now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as we'll get this up to the 29.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will.
And all the way home for the Broncos score.
Jerry Jeudy,
63 yards.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
This throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win that.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then against with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will take it in for a Broncos touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one,
and now here's another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
and you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the fourth and final quarter.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're trying to play.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the two-point try.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this moment. No, okay.
And out come the Chiefs now.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. That's second down. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Mahomes throw here complete to Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
31 yards.
And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to his knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And they are going to score as they just add to their totals.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result when he opted for the touchback.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they make.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people...
And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on?
Offside. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Wilson going to throw for it. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Pat Surtain.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Wilson wants to throw it.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls falls incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson. And now here's another interception. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
One final try for Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. Touchdown! Juju.